This conference will now be recorded.
In previous class, we discussed about Jboss installation that is completed. We are going to deploy the application in Jboss application server. Okay, so first of all, before deploying application in Jboss application server, we have to know what is application. First of all, we have to know what is application. So to build an application, what are the features were required? So you could see that application is a collection of resources like servlets, JSPs, .xml files, .properties, EJB resources like session beans, entity beans, message driven beans, built together to fulfill the business requirement. Developer can use these servlets, JSPs, .xml files, .properties files, EJB resources like session beans, entity beans, message driven beans to build together to business fulfill the business requirement. Based on the business requirement, they can use this all the coding. So like servlets, ASP, XML files, properties files, usable resources like session page and 3 page, visit driven bits, and they will develop the application. This is called a application. Okay. Once application is ready, once application is ready, they will send us to deploy the application for testing purpose. In our production environment, we have to test the application. Once it is okay, finally we will release the application to production environment. Okay. We have two types of applications usually. First one is called web application. Second one is called enterprise application. Majorly we'll use this web application and web application. We have another application, okay, that is Java archive application. Okay, we can say this web application or WAR file. Okay, what is WAR file or what is web application? The web application contains web resources like servlets, JSPs, .xml files, .properties files. It don't contains any EJB resources like session beans, entity beans, message table beans. In web application, we don't have session beans, entity beans, message table beans. It can have only the servlets, JSPs, XML file, and properties files, except EJB resources. The developer will build application name like the application name dot war file. For example, if you take that SBI net banking, SBI net banking, net banking dot war file. The file extension is dot war. Okay. So developer will build application like application name dot war file. Any of the application. If you are using the Flipkart, developer is developer is building the application is Flipkart application. For example, the application name will be like Flipkart dot dot war file. The file name, the file extension will be like a dot war file. Okay. If you go with the enterprise applications or enterprise application, that is ER file. This is a war file. Okay. So what is enterprise application? It contains web resources like servlets, JSPs, .xml files, .properties files, and also EJB resources like session beans, NNA beans, message driven beans. To build an ER file, they can use all the coding like servlets, JSPs, .xml files, properties files, and also EJB resources like session beans, NNA beans, message driven beans. Okay, they can use these all the functionalities and features to build an application. Application will be like application name dot er file. The file extension will be dot er file. For example, if you take Flipkart application, that will be like Flipkart dot er file. Flipkart dot er. Okay. So this is what is application and the types of applications. And we have another application is dot jar file, Java archive, Java archive or dot jar file. Okay. So the .jar files majorly the file extension will be application application like application name dot a jar file. Okay. The jar files, this all the jar files will be given by application team. We have to place these jar files where they required, where they need to copy these jar files. They will give the path and jar files. We have to place these jar files into destination location. Okay, this is jar file. So we have majorly three types of applications. One is a web application, and the second one is enterprise application. Third one is Java archive or jar file. So whenever user asks us to deploy the application, like via web application or enterprise application, we have to download the WAR or ER file from the link which is provided by the end user, and we have to deploy the application. Okay, we can see now how to deploy the application in Jboss application server. Okay, already Jboss is installed. Okay, here we can see that Jboss is installed. We can take any of the Jboss and we can start the Jboss. Before going to deploy the application, how many ways we can deploy the application in Jboss application server? How many ways we can deploy the application? We can deploy the application in Jboss EAP in 5 ways: by using management admin console, by using CLI mode, command line interface, by using file system manual or hard deployment, by using Maven script, by using Eclipse IDE, integrated environment. Okay. So what is meant by using management admin console? Each JBoss instance, in case of JBoss standalone mode, each JBoss instance can have admin console user interface. We can do the deployment by using admin console, and we can do the deployment by using CLI mode, command line interface mode. We can discuss command line interface mode whenever we are going to install JBoss in Linux environment. Whenever Linux environment comes, that time we will discuss command line interface method. By using file system, manual or hard deployment. This we can do normally. 80 to 90% we can do this. Whenever users requested to do the deployment, we can do this. If any script is prepared, any manual script is prepared, we can use a script and we can do the deployment by using Eclipse IDE. Okay, developers use Eclipse IDE tool. They can deploy the application their own. Okay, now we can see how to deploy the application by using admin console. Okay, first we can start the Jboss application server. How to start Jboss application server? We need to go to the Jboss home bin directory. This is the Jboss home. Go to the bin directory, copy the path, copy the cmd, d colon, cd space, enter. Now, what is the command to start Jboss application server? To start a default profile. Okay, standalone.bat is the command to start the Jboss with the default profile. Okay, Jboss is starting. Okay, Jboss is started. Now we can open admin console for Jboss. Okay, with the help of 990. What is the port number it is using? Admin console port number is 990. It is using. We can use the 990 port number to open the admin console of Jboss. Go to the Chrome. Go http colon double forward slash localhost colon 990 forward slash console. One second, please.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, provide username and password of Jboss admin console. Username is admin password. Provide the password which is your configured. Okay, Jboss UI. This is Jboss UI. Jboss console is open. Now we can do the deployment. How to do the deployment by using admin console? We have a deployments option here. Click on that. Click on add button. Choose a file. Go, go to where var RER file is available. Here I have var file. I will open the var file. Supermarket.var file. Click on next. If you want to enable application, means if you want to start the application here only while doing the deployment, we can do enable, and also we can enable it once deployment is completed. Okay, I will do this later. Okay, here request is being processed, means application is deploying. Okay, now Stop Jboss instead and start. So if any of the changes we do in Jboss environment, any of the changes if you do change Jboss environment, once the changes are done, we have to restart the Jboss instance. How to restart? You have to stop and start it. Control C, Q capital Y, it will stop and start it again. Not bad. Okay, it is starting. It is started now. Now JBoss applications are in JBoss console. We could see that WAR file is deployed. Now enable it. We have enable disable option here. Click on that. We want to enable it. Confirm. Application is enabled now. Okay. You can see the same information here. This is the start of log. You can go and verify in backend. Go to the standalone directory. Click on log directory. Here you have server.log file. Open server.log file. Okay, the server.log file. We can go to end of the file. Here you can see that application is deployed supermarket.war. You can see the information like info message application is deployed space application name. If you see this deployed space super application name, application has been successfully deployed. It will show the context node of the application as well here. What is the mean by context node? With the help of a context node, we can access the application. Okay. Now, application is deployed. We have to verify the application is working fine or not from middleware end. How to check that? Already we know that we have port numbers in XML files. We go to the configuration directory. Standalone is the default profile. Open this profile. Okay. Open with WordPad. Go to the end of the file. Here, what is the port number we're using for HTTP port number? What is the HTTP port number we're using? 8081. By default, it is 8080. We have changed the port number to 8081. So, what is the port number we changed? So, the port number we have to use and access the application. Okay. So, how to access the application? HTTP double forward slash localhost colon 8081 forward slash. You have to give context root of the application. What is the context root of the application? Supermarket. You can see this context root in log file as well. Okay. Now give the context root. Application is accessible. Now we are able to access the application. So in the application we have a lot of options. Okay, home page, admin login, user login. We click on that. If we give any we give your information, username, password, it will open. So this application is designed by application team. Once they design the application, they build application. They will hand over to the middleware team to deploy the application. For test environments, they will test the application. Once it is passed in test environment, they will share the application to the middleware team to deploy the application in QA environment. Okay, development environment, we can use access to the developers because they have to test the application every time. For QA and production staging environments, we can restrict the permissions. Okay, here application is accessible is able to access the application, and whenever we do the application deployment, what are the files will get updated. In backend, you can see that standalone profile also will get updated whenever do the deployment by using admin console. That time standalone profile, default profile also will get updated. You can see the supermarket.war file is deployed. Okay, and server.log file. Okay, server.log file under log directory, server.log file will also get updated. Server.log file, if you go to the end of the file, you can see that information deployed. Okay, server.log file also get updated. So this is the way how to deploy the application by using admin console. Now we can deploy the application by using hard deployment or manual deployment. How to deploy an application by using manual or hard deployment. To deploy application by using manual, just we have to copy the application and we have to drop your application into deployments directory in Jboss Application server. How to do that? To go to the drive, go to the war file location. We have another war file, calendar.war file. Take this file and go to the Jboss install location. Jboss EP 6.4. Here, go to the standalone directory. We know that we have a deployments directory here. Go to deployments directory. Here we can drop your application. Calendar.war file is dropped here. Whenever drop your application, once it is deployed, you can see that another file will be created in the same location. Calendar.war.deployed. The file type is deployed file. Okay, whenever we copy var or er file into Jboss home standalone deployments directory, automatically the var file name.deployed file will be created. If you see this deployed means that application has been deployed successfully. Now you can see the same information here. Calendar.war file is deployed. Context root of that is calendar. Once application deployment is done, we have to restart the JVM instances. Start the Jboss instances. Okay. How to restart? Stop or start the Jboss instance. Download.bat. Okay. Jboss is restarted. What is the context of the application of calendar.war file? Calendar. Okay. Now access application with the same port number. So we are using we deploy application in the same Jboss application server. The port number also same. http://localhost 8081/calendar. Okay, site cannot be reached. Okay, go and verify in console. Replace the console. Okay, now access the application. What is the port number? Using 8081 only. HTTP // localhost /8081 // calendar. Okay, the calendar application is accessible now. Okay, we're able to access the application. We know that whenever we do the deployment, at the time of the deployment, the standalone directory, log directory will get updated. Okay, under log directory, we can see server.log file will get updated. And what is the profile we are using? The profile will get updated. This is the way how to deploy the application by using manual or hard deployment. Okay, CLI method we can discuss it whenever we'll going to configure Linux environment. That time we'll discuss Jboss deployment by using CLI mode. The script it is based on the environment. They're using script. We have to follow the script. Okay, by using Eclipse IDE, we can ignore that. So by using management admin console file system, two ways of deployment we covered here. Any doubts here?
This conference will now be recorded.
Whenever application is deployed, you deploy the application in backend, calendar.war file. Automatically, what are the changes that happen in backend for deployment? I mean to say, what are the application you deployed in backend? The application will be reflected printed as well. User interface console also it will reflect. Okay. If you want to find context node here in console, click on the application, click on web. If you come down here, we can see the context node of the application. We have to use the context node to access the application. If you go with the supermarket, click on web. Here you can see the context node of the application. Okay, what are the activities you do here in console? The changes will be reflected in backend as well. Okay, it will update changes like vice versa. Okay, if you do the changes in backend, the changes will be reflected in console. If you do the changes in console, automatically changes will reflect in backend XML files. Like in XML file means profiles. So this is what is application and how many types of applications we have and how to do the deployment in JBoss application server by using console deployment by using hot or manual deployment. Okay. Now, as of now, we build environment like we installed the Jboss application server. We deployed the application. We tested it. It is working fine. Now, another concept is called. So once application is deployed, so we need to make sure to connect to the database. Why you need to connect to the database? You open this application supermarket.war file. The supermarket, for example, if you take not only supermarket, if you take SBI net banking or ICICI Bank net banking, we have a lot of users for that. For each user can have user information like username and password needs to be configured. The username and password needs to be configured means we need some place to configure this, store this information. For that we need a database. So we have can install database our end and we can store the username and password and we can access the application next class. Okay. So tomorrow class we can install database and we can connect to the database from the Jboss application server. Okay. So if you have any doubts or questions, please ask me. I will explain.